U/Raphael Agatha _askReddit. What movie changes its plot if you add a random somewhere in its title? This is the placeholder intro file. Can be easily swapped. Fantastic breasts and where to find them. Mad Max, Furry Road. Twilight, New Moron. 12 Years a Slaver. Fright Club. Beer Movie. Pulp Friction, It's About High Velocity Juice, IDK. RV for Vendetta. Homer Alone, A Sad Simpsons Story. The Silencer of the Lambs, this time, they're fighting back. 10 Things I Hate About Your, the story of one man angrily explaining the difference between your and your. Rice Age. A Fish Called Rwanda. I Ram Sam. Planet of the Apes. Troy Story. Carrier. Officer Space. Krill Bill, same movie more or less, but instead of samurai swords the fight with swordfish. Strep Brothers. Crapton America. Beverly Hills Crop Plot, well, a real plot. Cartwoman, she's a villain who dresses up in wood and rolls into her enemies at high speed. Prick of Destiny. Uncut Gems. Corn Air. Doctor Stranger. Rambro. The Bartman. Littler Women, the sequel to Little Women. Forrest Grump. Bratman Forever. American Peer. The Good, the Brad, and the Ugly. The Crying Gamer Get Good. Beauty and the Breast Nail Care. Tory Story, the runtime is far too long. Spider-Man No Way Home. Homer Simpson asks to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man Far From Homer. Spider-Man has to get a restraining order against Homer Simpson because he won't stop asking for the suit, not realizing that the suit doesn't give you powers. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stoner. X-Men, just some pharmacists. Death Becomes Hair. It's a German movie about how the Grim Reaper becomes a man. Kindergarten Corp. Detective John Kimball breaks up a child labor ring. Rant Man Plot. Karen is a male. Dread Poets Society. My Big Frat Greek Wedding. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusader. It's no longer about Indiana, but rather the knight that has been stuck in the cave guarding the Grail for the last 700 years. John Q. A man takes a hospital hostage because he can't scan a QR code. Star Wars, Attack of the Cloners. The Kaminoans decided fuck it, we'll just do it ourselves. El Camino. 2 hours of Jesse complaining about Ed's car being tiny. Saving Private Ryan. He's just like Ryan but even harder to find. Cocktrail. Wall-E where Clooney meets Disney. Top Gun. Scott Pilgrim RVs the world. A mild-mannered retiree decides to travel the world in his RV. The Best Years of Our Livers. I was gonna say Rage of Ultron, but it wouldn't be that different. Malcolm RX. A black alchemist who considers Malcolm X his hero discovers a recipe to turn anyone into a black person. He decides to do a proper field test. He finds the most racist little town and starts turning everyone black. Hilarity ensues. Grindhouse. Mad Marks. Simpler Jack. Fast and Furious. Furry suffers from premature ejaculation. My Big Fart Greek Wedding. The Sword in the Stoner. King Arthur's anti-drug legend. Scarfacer. He faces the scars others will not. I Love Your Man. His fiancée encourages him to make guy friends, then loses him when he and his new guy friend discover they're each other's true love. Moron. The Lovely Boners and the Boner Collector. John Wicker. Just a dude sitting on some porch furniture enjoying their life. Fantastic Breasts. The Secrets of Dumbledore. It's the third film in Fantastic Breasts film series. Pawnee Express. A Star is Born, the thrilling story of Ringo's childhood. With apologies to KSP, Star Trek, First Contract, a Quark origin story. Race Ventura, I don't even know what the plot would become. Bard Boys, a movie about two medieval buddies who infiltrate the king's castle by learning to play the lute. Do TV shows count? If so, boners. Black Hawk Down, turns out helicopters don't float. Ghostbusters. Titanic. The Rage of Adeline. Leaving Las Vegas. Bark to the Future. Enemy Miner. Super Brad. The Frog, Sleepaway Camp, The Shrining, Cart People. Beetlejuice, documentary about a woman's all-insect smoothie diet. Angela's Rashes. It's still set in the 1930s but features way more shots of the mother's various scabs and diseases. Trucker and Dale vs. Evil road trip comedy horror. I'd watch it. The Shrining horror film taking place in feudal China inside of temples. Star Wars, end of Ringo's first marriage. Goodfellas. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, My Heaven 2. Dre Hard, that dryer never worked properly. Robocrop. Heart by Michael Mann. The Dark Side of the Moron. Brook of Eli, no longer a man's journey through an apocalyptic wasteland. Now just a dude sitting by some water. Farce Off. Zorotopia. All the characters are animals with black hats, masks and swords. Citizen Carney. Three Men and a Little Lardy. Peter's Dragon. It's the same movie, only slightly more sophisticated. It's a Wonderful Life, a feel-good movie about the most pleasant inmate serving life behind bars for the murder of his entire family. Brokeback Mountain. Sometimes to get to the top of the world of finance you need to get on top of a financier. 7. Now a movie about the longest river in the UK. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Spinal Trap. Happy Ferret. MA*RS*H. Stroker Asa. A NASCAR driver buys a PC at Walmart. Snow Whiter. Disney remake for a more discriminating audience. Rakwa Man. French superhero or god of sun and sea. Blind Furry. A vet returns home after losing his sight and dressed as a pink fox. I Walk the Liner. Little known story of Johnny Cash's days of performing on cruise ships. Pert Cemetery. Where old shampoo bottles won't stay buried. Spry Kids. Truck Everlasting. It's about a truck that can't die, I guess. My wife thought of this one. Bring It Ron. Ron's quest to win the cheer title. Homer Alone. Drunkirk comedy about a group of shit-faced British soldiers trying to figure out a way back to England without getting busted by the Nazis or their COs. Brig. Fatal Attraction. A married man's one-night stand comes back to haunt him when that lover begins to gas him and his family. The Little Mermaid. Gamer of Thrones Harold Rand Kumar. Cloudy with a Chanker of Meatballs. Redwood. Beverly Hills Crop. Lord of the Flyers. No windscreen is safe. The Godfather, same movie, but Don Corleone is a giant talking gorilla. Corn Air, the movie about how corn is transported on time. Scooby-Doo. The Livers of Others. Goner on 60 Seconds. Hamlet the Brig Lebowski. Frame. I'm in prison forever, and I'm not the one to blame. Frame. James and the Giant Preach. Finding Nemo. Renter the Dragon. Bruce Lee has to kick multiple asses while trying to pay rent. Edit. Also, Fists of Furry. Bruce Lee kicks the shit out of a furry convention. Red Heart, a dedicated Soviet cop, arrives in Chicago, where he reluctantly teams up with a foul-mouthed American detective to comb the streets of the Windy City for the Russian drug dealer who killed both their partners. They fall madly in love with each other. Moronstruck, set in a pizza parlor where a chef suffers a terrible pizza dough spinning accident in the vein of Regarding Henry. Forrest Grump. The hills have Reyes. Fuck Reyes in particular. Planet of the Rapes. A Serbian film. Same movie take for take. Except it's on a pirate ship and they have to talk like pirates. The Frog. Rescuers drown under. Breaking Bad. My Little Pony, the movie. Someone a while back said Dr. Strangelover. Run Frat Boy Run. Rosemary's Barbie. Every movie becomes pirate-themed with R at the end. Space Cramp. The first manned trip to Mars is complicated when an astronaut gets her period. Pornio. Get Out starring Larry the Cable Guy. Tombstoner. RV for Vendetta. The Breach. I Ram Sam. Mad Mark's Workers of the Wastelands, Unite. The Rexorcist Demonic Exorcisms meet Jurassic Park. Planet of the Uncut Gems, a COVID origin story. Top Gun. A maverick gurner is enlisted in the U.S., highly prestigious gurning academy. Tory Story. A tale of British politicians who only come to life when the people are gone. The Vanishing, greater than the varnishing. Fantastic Breast and Where to Find Them. Winter's Boner. Surviving winter just got a whole lot harder. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Pirates of the Caribbean Rat World's End. Spider-Man, No Way Home. The Lovely Boners. Okay, it's actually the same plot after all, but told from the perspective of the antagonist. Superbrad. Drownfall. If Hitler's bunker had ended up flooding. Mad Marks. All About Eva. It's a Wonderful Lifer. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Goner with the Wind. Farce Off. Dawn of the Dread. The New Depression. Rice Age, Ice Rage. The Boner Collector. Hauser of 1000 Corpses. It's just a morgue now. Pokémon. The Power of Us plot. Gambling addicts fight their addiction by battling with Pokémon. The Aristocrats is no longer Disney appropriate. Rwanda Vision. Forrest Grump. Planet of the Apes. Inside Route. Planet of the Rapes. Batman Begins. Pulp Friction. Mad Max. Fury Road, which is the same movie but everyone wears fursuits. Mad Max. Fury Road is about the journey of a German philosopher trying to end the tyranny of capitalism. Robo-Crop. Paul Verhoeven's exiting satire about automated farming procedures. Brig Daddy Adam Sandler is going to have quite the adventure in naval jail. Romancing the Stoner. Kindergarten Crop. The plot is almost exactly the same, except Arnie is a farmer trying to work out which parent is secretly a property developer responsible for urban sprawl. Run Der World. Kate Beckinsale rules the world from Germany in tight leather pants. Beer Movie. Fart Man and Little Boy. The Truth About Cats and Dogs. Given that this show had a movie, Sailor Moron. I Ram Sam. Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. Moron They Live. A slap short. Pulp Friction. May already be a porn. Aquila and the Beer Movie. Rants Boys Ron the Side. Independence. Dre Footlooser Carts. Tango and Crash. Get Route. School Tries Router Range. Planet of the Apes. Harry Potter. Jaws. Rant Man. The Best Years of Our Livers. Planet of the Rapes. Deaths isn't getting funded. Dr. Django. Beetlejuice. Dr. Stranglover. The Wild Brunch. The Never-Ending Story. I Want Your Back. A movie about someone who wants your back. Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol. Mad Max, Fury Road. Half-Baked, a cautionary tale of driving while high. Chasing Amir. The String. The Shrining. Rout of Africa. All the teams from a single continent lose their World Cup matches by huge margins. Tory Story, an animated picture depicting the Tories of the UK using whimsical anthropomorphic toys. Ashens makes an appearance as well. Robocop, like Robocop but he surfs. VR for Vendetta. Star Trek, The Adventures in Space of the Beatles drummer. The Good, the Bard and the Ugly. Shakespeare joins a band of cowboys in the Old West. Krill Bill, a killer ocean adventure. T********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** Angela's rashes. E.T. Not many options. Families watching the B-movie might get more than they bargained for. Ramilton. From downtown to Drowntown. Goodfellas Winters Boner the Riceman. Rant Man. Avengers Infinity War. Fantastic breasts and where to find them. I scrolled down quite a bit, couldn't find it. Scrolling through all the replies. I laugh snorted loudly enough to wake up someone else in my house. Thanks, Reddit. You did not disappoint. Fantastic breasts and where to find them. Pulp Friction. Beauty and the Breast. The Lovely Boners. Ice Rage. Gunfight at the ROK Corral. It doesn't change the plot, just the location. Insider Out. Growing up can be a bumpy road. And it's no exception for Riley. In this famous Pixar movie, a trans girl is dealing with dysphoria and other emotions living in her brain. Dysphoria decides to go on a trip to the outside world, helping Riley to come out and find a way to navigate life as herself. Run Fart Boy Run. Kung Fu Panda. The Hunger Gamers. I Love Your Man. Tarzan, the Ape Man. R.I.T., a story about a serial dyer. RX-Men, tales of amazing guys working in pharmacies. Fright Club. Crapton America. Moronraker. Jaws, a coming-of-age tale of a young shark trying to get by off the coast of Australia. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stoner. Rip Man, he dies in every fight. No Time to Die, a rather boring Bond movie. TH Ground Budapest Hotel. American History RX. Planet of the Rapes. Planet of the Apes. Gone Girl. Would the ending of this movie be more or less messed up? Boners and all. Ghostbusters. The Boner Collector. Mad Max, Fury Road. RX. A24 film about prescriptions. Rant Man, you can never complain enough. Planet of the Rapes. Strep Brothers. Pirates of the Caribbean, those backpack strap thingies, I know it's spelled wrong. Dreadpool. 12 Years a Slaver, hear the story from the other side. Exclamation mark quote. Ghostbusters. The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Star Wars, a young independent counselor leaves his home planet to accuse the evil empire of getting blowjobs. Homer Alone. Planet of the Apes. Fantastic breasts and where to find them. Braveheart, the sequel. The Boner Collector. Beauty and the Breast. Eternal Sunshine of the Sportless Mind. Dances with Wolves. MA*RS*H. The story of zany environmental scientists studying Korean wetlands. Mad Max Fury Road. Fantastic Breasts. The Boner Collector. Beauty and the Breast. Rambro. National Lampoon Vegas Vacation. Rantman Rice Age Ice Rage, The Meltdown the Whaler. The Brig Lebowski. It's now a movie about the Polish Navy. Beauty and the Breast. Planet of the Rapes. The Boner Collector. $1 Million Barbie. The Beer Movie. Planet of the Apes. RX Men, a movie about pharmacists planning a heist. Shawshank Redemption. It's the same but Morgan Freeman has a stutter. Cyborg. Jean-Claude Van Damme searches in vain to find a way to cheer up his robot girlfriend. A Fish Called Rwanda. Insider Out. Who knew Pixar could make you cry about insider stock trading? Beauty and the Breast. Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. Fantastic Breasts, The Secrets of Dumbledore. My Big Fart Greek Wedding. Breaking Brad, What Did Brad Do? Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. Officer Room, The Best Cop from the Stars. The Bratman. Easy AR. Encryption. Deleted. Deleted. Clockwork Orange. 12 Years a Slaver. Goner Girl. Die Hard. Boner Collector. The Boner Collector. The Lovely Boners. The Best Years of Our Livers. Tory Story. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stoner. Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. The Bratman, Bratman Begins, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Twilight Saga, New Moron. Rant Man. Mr. and Mr. Smith. Rant Man. Planet of the Rapes. Pulp Friction. Planet of the Rape. Planet of the Rapes. Edit. Sorry, repeat, should have scrolled further. Mission Impossible. When impossible is not enough. Dreadpool. Road to Joy Darting Sarah Marshall. Fantastic Breasts and Where to Find Them. Not a movie, but a video game. Add it to the beginning of Ape Escape. VR for Vendetta. Supercrop. Bratman billionaire dresses like German sausage and fights crime. The Boner Collector. Mad Max. Fury Road. Carl has finally lost it and it's up to Fury to stop him. The Rage of Adeline. Woman invents agelessness to be mad at husband for generations because he leaves his laundry on the floor instead of the basket 6 inches away. Frog of War. Former Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara reveals how amphibians shaped geopolitical conflicts in the 50s and 60s. Cartwoman. Moron. A film about an idiot living on the moon with no idea about his fate. Forrest Gump. Ropen Season. Blader. The Power of an Immortal. The Soul of a Human. The Bathroom Breaks of an 8-year-old. Forrest Gump. It's about the Grinch's less pissed off brother. Seven Samurai. A group of martial artists spend their time hanging around a river in England and Wales. Tory Story. Woody sells his soul and joins a UK political party. And proceeds to completely fuck the lives of anyone who isn't super wealthy or a rich enough Tory voter. Borat. Beauty and the Breast. Mission Impossible. Fright Club. Die Hard. Bratman Begins. VR for Vendetta. Romancing the Stoner. Strand by Me. Small group of evil, genius boys come of age as they develop a new, lethal virus with their home chemistry sets. Greaser. Planet of the Rapes. Planet of the Rapes. Planet of the Rapes. Forrest Gump. Tarzan the Rape Man. Carts. Planet of the Rapes. Bratman! Rolling on the floor laughing tears of joy, tears of joy. Forrest Grump. Angry is as angry does. VR for Vendetta. Batman forever Bratman forever. In *Prayback, Porter now sits during the whole film in a church, praying for Val Resnick to bring him his $70,000 back. At the end of the film, Resnick has an epiphany and gives the money to the church, and him and Porter both become clergymen. Planet of the Rapes. Beverly Hills Crop, Bram Stoker's Dracula, Mad Max Fury Road, The Bratman. Closer Encounters of the Third Kind, the erotic sequel for which we all secretly yearned. Uncut Gems. Ruthie and Max. Bartman Begins, The Simpsons spin-off you didn't know you needed. Mad Max, Road Warrior Karl Marx wanders the wasteland trying to build a communist utopia. Scream to Screamer goes from a horror movie to a porno. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer Stoner. Troy Story. Krill Bill is way more wholesome. A story about Bill finding out what really happened to his parents. Breaking Brad, a show in which Walter White has a huge vendetta against this Brad guy. Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Rapes. Boners and all. Fright Club. A bunch of guys get together and tell ghost stories. Forrest Grump, a lovable simpleton, lives a fascinating life, but is in too bad a mood to tell anyone about it. The Good, the Brad and the Ugly. Two men try to find Brad Pitt buried in a remote cemetery. 7. Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt try to solve a case of murders taking place along the banks of the longest river in Great Britain. Planet of the Rapes. Forrest Grump, same Forrest, just a lil mean. Big Black Crocs. A bunch of mutant extra-large dark crocodiles attack a girls-only summer camp. This is the placeholder outro file. Congrats! You made it through the entire video. This segment is supposed to fill 20 to 30 seconds. So I'll keep talking a bit. Hope you enjoyed and don't forget to hit the like button, ring the bell and subscribe to the channel. Any improvement ideas? Write us at autogenlabs@gmail.com or leave a comment. Have a great day.